Hey guys, what's up? In today's video, I want to show you how you can automate the process of putting notifications into your Slack channel whenever you receive either an opt-in or a purchase from inside your ClickFunnels account. Now, this is really helpful, especially if you're working with a team of developers or maybe graphic designers or just someone that does some sort of VA task through your ClickFunnels account, or maybe does a back-end ordering process. What we're going to be doing is setting up a Zapier, a Zap as they call it, and what's going to happen is when someone goes through a funnel that you've created, that's going to trigger the Zap and automate the notification inside of Slack. So the first thing you need to keep in mind is you will need to have a paid Zapier account. The base entry-level account is about $20 a month, and that's going to be perfectly fine for most of your needs unless you're like a larger business or something like that. So what I've done is created a test Slack channel here, and when you create the channel, it will give you a specified .slack.com URL that you're going to need to know to set this up. So once you've created your Slack channel, just copy it and have that on hand. And then what you want to do is go to Zapier, log in and click Make a Zap at the top. Okay, so essentially what we're doing here is we're going to be taking the information that comes from one of the funnels that you've created inside of ClickFunnels. So I'm just going to be using one that I have already set up, that I use to acquire people that I do advertising for gyms for. So that's just going to be the funnel I'll use for this particular one. Now, you only get three options when you go into Zapier to select what you want the trigger to come from. So if you're selling like a product through ClickFunnels and you want to trigger the Zap to set up the notification in Slack, you would select this option here. If you're doing just a new contact or a new opt-in, you're obviously going to select this option here. All right, so select the new contact activity, and essentially that means that when someone opts in to your funnel, it's going to generate the Zap. It'll happen automatically. So if you click Save and Continue, we're now going to get the option to connect our account. Now, I've already got my ClickFunnels account connected. If you haven't done that, you just click on Connect an Account, and then if you're already logged into ClickFunnels, you just have the option there to connect it. It's very simple. All right, so save and continue. All right, so we'll select our funnel. So I've got a whole heap of funnels set up. I'm just going to select the one. Okay, so it's this one here, which is my gym funnel, and then it asks you to select what step you want the information to come from. So you can select the opt-in, which would essentially be where people put in their name and email and phone number. Sometimes if you're doing a pop-up to get people's details, you're not going to have an option like a funnel step to put in. So if that's the case, what you actually want to do is just go clear current choice and just leave it as all funnel steps. So it means that at any step that someone puts in their details, ClickFunnels will pick up that information. And now it's asking you to pick a sample or like someone that's already been through the funnel. Now with this step, it's important to note that if you've just created this funnel and nobody has been through it yet, you're not going to have any contacts listed in here. So it's important that when you create the funnel, you actually preview it and go through it, put in some details. It can just be a test account, just so that this funnel actually has a contact listed inside of the funnel. The reason is if you don't do that, when you get to this section here, the pull in samples section, it's not going to let you go any further. So just drop down the arrow. Okay, this person, whenever they opted in, didn't really give much information, so it's probably not a good one to go with. We'll just go this one here. So okay, so right now we've set up the trigger that when someone goes through ClickFunnels, opts in, it's going to generate a new Zap. So there's a whole heap of things we can do here, but obviously we just want to do a Slack notification. Okay, so do we want it to send a direct message, or do we want it to do a channel message? We're going to do channel message, so that if there were multiple people, multiple VAs in the channel, they will then see this notification. So save and continue. Okay, I haven't connected this Slack account, so we'll do that now. Okay, so at the start of the video, you remember that we copied down the URL that we created. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to paste it in this section here. Okay, so now it's going to ask me to put in my credentials. So I'll just pause the video quickly, I'll do that, and then I'll click the sign in button. Alright, so once you put in your username and password, it's going to ask you all of these different things, you know, access information about your channels and whatnot. Totally fine. Just hit authorize, and it's now going to connect your Slack account into Zapier. So click on test. So I've got success, and just click save and continue. Alright, so now it's going to ask me to pick a channel. So obviously I created that test channel, which is this one, general. And this is the message that we want to go into the channel. So this might be something like, let's put in some credentials. So if we just say the person's name, so this person gave some details, but they're not very good. So normally this would be a full name. So we'll just go with that, and then with email address, and then you would select this person's email address. Has opted into your funnel. Please send them a new product today. Okay, really simple. Send as a bot. I always do yes. Now bot name, you can put whatever you want here. So we'll just leave it as Zapier. That should be fine. Icon, if you want to put a certain icon to make things easy to see, that's cool. Attach image, I don't really do that. Some people probably would. File, I'm going to show you how I do this. I do this a little bit differently. And then thread if applicable. So, broadcaster channel, I don't normally do that. Okay, let's go continue. Alright, so it's going to ask me to send a test to Slack, so we'll do that. There we go. So, okay, so you can see Zapier, it's got the person's full name with email address, has opted into your funnel. Please send them a new product today. So that happened automatically. As soon as somebody opted into my funnel, it sent that Slack notification and made life a lot easier for us. So you could just leave it there. You could hit finish and that would be the end of it. But what we want to do is just add one other final step just to make things easy to track, and that's a Google Sheet. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll just go to my Google Sheets and I'll create a new sheet just for this video. So we'll just go up the top and we'll go, let's go Slack, notifications, we'll go first name, actually we'll just go full name, email, and phone number. And what we want to do is we'll go back to Zapier. So we've set up the trigger from ClickFunnels. It sends a Slack notification, but we also want to track each of the people that opt in this Google spreadsheet. So we're going to create a new row. Okay, so we'll select our spreadsheet. The newest one generally appears at the top. Our worksheet. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to select the information that's been put in from ClickFunnels. So full name is just the name section, the email address of that person, and then if they put a phone number in, depending on the funnel, if you ask for that, you would put in their phone number there as well. So send test. All right, and there we go. So that's entered that Slack notification into the Google spreadsheet so that you can track it much easier. Alright guys, so I hope this video is really helpful. It's a fantastic way to track new orders, new opt-ins, anyone that comes through your funnel, and it's so automated, it's so simple to set up. You only have to do this once, and if you want to have multiple things going to Slack to help your VA team, you can do that too. So if you like the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks so much guys. Cheers.